Hello, I'm Jason Russell from Critical Dice, and welcome to the Fable 42, where we build community through friendship, gaming, and of course, chaos. You're watching the Duke City Chronicles, a Monster of the Week game, and you can watch us every single Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Time right here on the Fable 42 YouTube channel. Tonight, we are playing some Monster of the Week, picking up where we left off last week in the next segment of episode 5. This episode and all the episodes are sponsored by Critical Dice, which is me. You can go to thecriticaldice.com, thecriticaldice.com and put in promo code FABLED42 to get 20% off any non-subscription item there. There's dice and dice bags and lots of awesome things and t-shirts as well. But let's get into tonight's game. Let's have introductions from our players and our characters. Let's start with Diane tonight.
Oh, hi everyone. My name's Diane. You can find me on the internet at the Pretty DM. You can find me here on Fabled 42 and various games, DMing my homebrew game on Mondays, Legends of Chagall. I'm here on Wednesdays, some Fridays, and some Sundays. And tonight I am playing Katia Rose. I am the monstrous playbook, half vampire, slinging a crystalline sword, and going on bad dates.
Perfectly done. Bridget, let's go with you.
Hi everybody, I'm Bridget. You can find me on Instagram at string_theories_. Fun embroideries over there. And I am playing Suki Buchanan. She is a 70-year-old tattooed art professor at the University of New Mexico. And she harasses the dead for a living. Oh, she's a spooky playbook. I always forget that. She's a spooky grandma.
GW, let's have you go next.
Solid. Hey everyone, I'm GW. You can find me on IG and Twitter under GW005. That's 2 B's and 2 zeros. Also find my voice on Clarion Dawn, which is a sci-fi audio drama. You can find that on clariondawn.com or any of your favorite podcast platforms. Tonight I am playing Quavon Whispers, aka Q, who just like, your regular freshman in college, living life with some deep divine duties. It's cool. It's fine. Don't worry about it. He's just generally your regular, average, angsty, edgy angel boy.
Well done, sir. And Chris, let's have you finish it up.
Yeah, my name's Chris Solo. You can find me at DM Chris Solo on all the social medias. So I also go by Riley Reed, which essentially is the same thing as Chris Solo. If you were confused by that, some people say Solo, some people say Riley, some people say Reed, some people say RR. I am the leader and magistrate of Riley's Renegades, TM, and I am playing the expert playbook.
Some of the things he said were true. And I am Jason. I am Jason Russell. You can find me at Critical Dice on Instagram and Heaven Help Us on TikTok. Let's go ahead and jump into tonight's episode of the Duke City Chronicles, The Order.
It's an amazing place. Most people have no idea where it is, but we're okay with that. We've got mountains, rivers, deserts, and over 300 days of sunshine, and some of the most diverse and wonderful people you'll ever meet. It's a great place to live, and I definitely encourage you to try it. But we also have our dark side, our own ghosts, secrets, and legends. Most of them are true. For thousands of years, people have been living here and dying here. This is Albuquerque, but it goes by many names. The 505, the Burke, my favorite is the Duke City. These are the Duke City Chronicles.
Previously on the Duke City Chronicles, you all had fought a golem on the front steps of Zimmerman Library on the campus of the University of New Mexico. with the help of Frank Hibbins' previous associate, Dr. Eubank. Eubank helped you defeat the golem and revealed that he was a werewolf, and then revealed that he wasn't exactly a werewolf, he was some kind of alien. He died in Suki's arms as he ascended or something, and that was the last that you saw of him until last time's episode, whereas Suki and Kwevan are mentally interrogating his grandmother. Suki catches a glimpse of him looking at her as he walks out the back door of the restaurant and out the door. And that's where we'll pick up right now.
Suki is trying to keep her mind as blank as possible. Like, don't.
Hard same.
Act under pressure, Suki.
Okay. Well, I haven't been rolling incredibly well. And that's plus cool?
Yes, I think so.
Interesting. 5.
Oh, no.
These going in jail. Jail.
Okay, so all right, so 5 is marketing experience for you, which is great. I think you might be getting close there.
Yeah.
And you inadvertently let out a gasp audibly, and in your mind, Kwevan, you clearly heard say, "Eubank?"
Oh no.
And your grandmother smile drops. She looks around for a second.
Grandma, you okay? You all right?
And you hear her say, "What in the," and some other choice words, was that? And she's like, and you hear her thinking through it. She's like, that ain't happened in a long time. It's been almost 10 years. She goes back to eating her food.
Suki's gonna put a hand on Q's arm and be like, I think we should start talking a little more openly.
Q takes like the deepest breath. Okay. Yes. Okay.
Oh, okay. And so Suki's gonna turn back to the grandmother and be like, hi, but like thinking it. Hi, I'm so sorry to do this. Hey, I know. It's okay though. It's
Don't freak out. It's
yeah,
okay.
don't
It's okay.
freak
It's
out.
okay.
It's 100% fine. You said that this hasn't happened in 10 years.
100% fine? This ain't no 100% fine. This is a violation of my civil rights. How long you been in here?
Q starts actually, tears start to run down his face as he hears his grandma like thoroughly, he's getting flashbacks of when he was younger and how lively she was and how talkative she was, and he's kind of stunned and like tears are kind of falling down.
She sees that, and you see her whole visage immediately change, and she reaches across the table and grabs your hand. You hear her think, oh baby, I miss talking to you too.
I miss talking to you too.
I was just a little surprised is all. Maybe, what is going on?
It's a lot to explain, ma'am, and I am so sorry again for violating your mind here, but I normally do knock.
Yeah. I want to protect you and the family, and I didn't want you to know, and I wanted to know. I wanted to know what you knew, because I didn't want to put you in danger.
I'm fine. She looks at Suki. You're touched, ain't you?
More than one person has said so.
You got that old juju, don't you?
Grandma?
Well, maybe. I mean, I always been able to do this. I never really attributed it to one thing or another. I think my mama was also kind of blessed in that way. She was always talking to the dead too. But this is new for me. This is I didn't know I could do this until recently. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I had a cousin. She could do it.
Oh,
She could talk to some people. It was easier with me, but she been dead almost 10 years.
well, I mean, if she's still sticking around, I mean, we could always talk to her. But I think at the matter at hand, you want to ask her some more questions, Q?
Baby, what are you worried about? Someone trying to hurt you?
I don't want anyone to hurt you.
Why would they hurt me?
Because when people know about certain people with abilities, and if other people know that you know, they can try to get to you to get to me, and I just I'm scared.
Baby, you're a miracle. We've always said it. Do you know how long your parents tried to have a child? And then you came along, better than anything they could have hoped for. You're a gift from God. You shouldn't be afraid. You shouldn't be scared. You're my angel, baby.
Q can't find words right now.
Well, I think I fully agree, ma'am. But I think he was sort of wondering what you saw. You saw him sort of reappear back in the room, and I think this is to sort of explain that to you.
Mm-hmm. The boy's always going, always doing stuff. Don't eat right. I got to make sure he's got the fuel he needs. I pray for him every day. Make sure he's eating right. And I try to watch out for him. I mean, he's been doing this since he was a teenager. Are you helping him out with this stuff? You keeping him safe?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yeah, no, me and a couple of us are always trying to, we're keeping him out of trouble, I promise.
Is he drinking enough water?
Grandma.
I was
It
thinking
is a
about
valid
it.
question.
It is. We are in the desert. It is easy to dry out here. I have to agree with her. I wasn't checking, but I can. I'll keep a tab on it if you like.
I'd appreciate that, woman. I want to thank you very
And
much.
I'm so sorry. I didn't get to ask your name since I just sort of rudely barged into your mind. What's your name, ma'am?
Quavon, what did we establish her name was? Was it Louise?
Louise.
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 Yeah. I'm Louise. What's your name, honey?
Oh, I'm Sookie. It's so lovely to meet you. Susanna, but Sookie to my friends, so.
Susanna.
Susanna, it is so nice to meet you. It's
Oh,
nice to know that other people watching out for my little angel boy.
Oh, of course. We wouldn't let anything harm a hair on his head.
Oh, I doubt
He
much
rolls
can
his
harm him.
eyes so hard. Grandma, you said you thought it's been 10 years since this happened?
Well, I mean, it's been 10 years since my cousin died, but people in our family, your mom's not going to tell you this, I've always been a little touched. We've always had a bit of something special about us. And I suppose it's time you knew. When I was younger, I used to be able to, not like Miss Susanna here, but tell what people was thinking and feeling, and sometimes just got bad feelings about stuff that was going to happen. But ever since I got sick, it's not really been the case, and I just figured God decided it was your turn to, watch over the family and use the gifts that He gives us.
I grabbed my grandma's hands and put them in my own. Grandma, are you telling me you were a hunter?
Oh no, your grandpappy was a hunter. He'd get rabbits and squirrels, the possums we used to eat. Oh, so good. You know what? I need to go by the Asian market and see if we can't get one of those. I haven't made one of those in a long time. I don't think it was before you were born.
Grandma, slow down, Grandma. So you had these abilities before me, and you just used them to help people.
Well, I mean, yeah, like one time I told your grandfather not to go to work and to stay home. And there was an explosion that day at the chemical plant where he was working. And, well, I'll just say this. He always listened to my advice after that.
Okay. And Mom never told me that the family had certain things. Okay.
Well, I mean, it doesn't always go right. I mean, there are some people in the family that I think what they call it now is schizophrenic, but we just call them crazy. Ew. So you go around telling people you hear people's hearing voices, ain't nobody got time for that.
Gotcha. Understood. Well, you said that this gift kind of faded when someone in the family passed away?
No, just I've never been able to do what Miss Susanna here does, but there were some members of the family where it was stronger than others, and I swear I could hear them talking to me, but I haven't had that bad feeling like something bad's going to happen since about the time I got sick.
Since the time you got sick. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it was like before the stroke or after or what, but I just figured my time was done. I mean, come to think of it, I mean, it was about the same time you started, what did you call it? Hunting?
Hunting, yeah.
Yeah, about that time, I suppose. So I just kind of figured it was, my time was done and it was your time. It's runs in the family.
I'm going to give her a big hug. And I'm going to say, I'll make sure I use the gift well. Okay, Grandma?
I know you will.
I'm going to sit back in my chair. Oh, Suki, I'm so relieved. I thought I was going to have to get Kat to wipe her mind. Oh, I feel so much better. I feel so much better.
No, we wouldn't do that. I mean...
No, we wouldn't do that.
Miss Susanna, you're one of his teachers?
I am. I'm his art teacher.
Is he been keeping up with all his grades?
And I think we're done here. I think everything's fine. Grandma, it was
I don't want his extracurriculars getting in the way of his education.
Oh no, yeah, he's
turning in all his projects.
I've given him a couple bonus points. I don't mind telling you for particularly good hunts. Don't you worry. He's like a B+ right now. I mean, he can easily bring it up to an A.
She looks at you easily. You hear her? Baby, you hear her easily pull it up to an A.
Yes, Grandma. Yes, Grandma.
Miss Susanna, you're welcome in the house anytime. Sometimes I might have some choice things to say to my grandson. And I would love your assistance.
I would be happy to help, Miss Louise. It's so lovely to meet you. You have such a nice voice. I'm so happy you get to talk again. It warms my heart.
I must admit though, this is tiring. If you are all quite done, I believe I'm going to use the little grandma's room, and we should probably be getting back home.
Yes, ma'am. It's very nice to meet you. And I'm gonna.
And as it's fading, she reaches across the table and strokes the side of your face and says, "Angel baby."
Oh.
She walks off to she shuffles off to go to the bathroom. Her food's just about finished. What do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna immediately turn to Q and be like, "You saw him too?"
Did Q see him?
Q did not.
I'm gonna say,
you were sitting. Grandma was in the way. Suki's off to the side and kind of looked away and saw out the back door. Eubank, just like for a second, almost the duration where you can almost convince yourself it was a trick of the light or something, but you're like, he looked in my eyes.
So I'm gonna look at Suki. Saw who?
Eubank, Wayne Eubank.
What do you mean? He passed away a couple of nights ago.
I know, but he's looking awful corporeal. I think I'm gonna try to head out after him here. I'm gonna take what I assume is like what will cover the check out of my purse and like just put it on the table. It's like, lunch is on me. Tell your grandma that she's lovely. I'm gonna definitely come have coffee with her sometime. She's welcome in my house anytime. Rosalita will love her. Okay, I'll see you in a minute. And like,
Okay, I'm gonna be like, text Q. I'm Q. I knew I was gonna do that eventually. Text Riley and Kat. Let them know.
All right. And I'm gonna instead of texting, like I'm gonna run after them and.
Okay. So you kind of like go around the side of the restaurant to catch like where they should have gone, and there's basically like 2 roads going off this way. I want you to act under pressure.
Oh. Okay, new dice. Brand new dice.
New dice.
New dice.
No whammies.
Other ones are in jail. Hey, it's a 9 on the die. So
9 on the die. Okay.
I have no cool, so.
All right. You think that you see someone about a block away walking, and you can't quite tell if that's them or not, but it's the only person you can see out here. But I'm going to give you a smaller choice here.
Okay.
You can either try and catch up to them, or you can stop to reach out to Cassia and Riley, and then try to catch up.
I think I'm gonna try to catch up first. She's sort of single-minded.
All right. So you run your little 70-year-old body, and you get to the end of the block, and that you saw that they had turned down away, and there's like several people walking through here, and none of them look like Eubank. None of them match even the general description. Eubank was about 6'2", presented at least Caucasian, and kind of very professorial, tweed jacket, the patches on the elbows. There is a college student age girl with kind of like dyed hair and a backpack. There is a guy who's like kind of trimming the bushes, much shorter. There's like 2 other people. They're holding hands, walking, kind of talking, as they're kind of like coming towards you, but there's no sign of Eubank.
Oh, I know he did not shift into a different body just to fuck me. Can I send out a a psychic text to Riley and Katya?
Roll it.
Okay.
I like how it's a psychic text. I like that.
Yeah. she does the like she tries to make the iPhone noise in her head. So that's a 7.
7. Yeah, you're able to ping them. What's up?
Hi y'all. I think I saw Eubank. I know he's dead, but I don't think he's dead.
Holy shit! What?
Riley, you were right in the middle of the activity you texted me about.
I'm glad you didn't text me on the telephone. That's all I gotta say. I might blow my damn face off.
Why? What are you toying with the C4? We
No,
have a
man.
live alien.
I am done. I am done toying with the C4. I was just trying to arm it. What now about you, Bank?
I saw him. I went out to lunch with Q and his grandma, and he was leaving the restaurant. He looked right at me and totally blew my cover. But I am currently. Can I see any like street signs or anything?
Yeah, you're just a couple of blocks away from the Flying Star. This is like Rhode Island, and I forget the other cross street.
It's Rhode Island and that other cross street. It's but I don't see anybody that matches the description. But I know he's a shifter. I don't know if this is a thing, but it's.
What the hell are we supposed to do about it? You're the one who can see the ghosts.
Yeah, and Katya, you're on this call too.
Yeah, she's
Okay.
just like. Yeah,
Are you
but,
still in bed, just like, why did I
Yeah.
be part of this?
She's in like a bubble bath. She's like, I ain't getting out of this bed.
I'm not getting out of here. That's a very good point, but he looked awful corporeal for a ghost. Let me tell you what.
You know, you keep using them fancy words. I don't know what the damn hell you're saying.
He's solid. He's not. You could throw something at him and it bounce off.
Why would you throw something at a ghost?
You'd be surprised. Many people try. Anyway, I'm being distracted, but I just wanted you guys to know that. Also, I was supposed to. Q told me to text y'all, and this is as good as I'm gonna get. Look, I'm gonna put out my site and see if I get any vibes, but I'm just keep an eye out for Eubank sightings. No, I think I'm all right. I think I'm gonna head back to the Stang pretty soon.
Silky,
if nothing.
Do I need to put pants on? Come out there and help y'all.
No, but you should wear pants if you're toying with C4 and you end up blowing yourself up. I hope at least you're wearing clean underwear.
These pants are clean.
Clean underwear is very important. Katia, what did you say?
It's very important.
Just saying, I'd like to know the same, but if he's alive, is that an issue?
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you. It scared the bejesus out of me. I guess it's not a huge deal, but
wasn't he like an alligator or something?
An alien, but very close, baby. All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna put out the vibes there, but everybody keep a lookout. Everybody keep a lookout for a corporeal Eubank.
Hey, any corporeal copacetic Eubanks in here? No, he ain't here.
All right.
I'm gonna be really upset if I see him I'm relaxing in bed.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to wake you up. It is about your time, isn't it? All right. Well, I'm gonna click off. Click, and I'm just gonna hang up.
Well, if you ever hear anything, he'll go on for about 5 minutes before.
Yeah, you realize you're alone with your thoughts. Yeah.
Stop.
No, she did.
Oh, she cut it out.
Oh no! You gave the keeper an idea. No.
Nothing.
I'm not writing anything down for later.
If she cuts out, does it cut the whole time?
Yeah, it cuts the whole thing. Yeah. The host has left the meeting. You're back to your blessed silence. Riley goes on for about 5 minutes, realizing he's alone with his thoughts. Still an excellent conversation.
Absolutely.
You kind of lost the trail, Suki. Like everyone's kind of walked on, done their own thing, and and so let's do this. Let's shift over. Katia, is there anything you want to be doing today? With what you know before you're supposed to meet up with the Obsidian Order for the ghoul hunt?
No.
Okay.
Unless I don't think I would have had to work, so they work normally night shifts, so probably just relaxing and whatever. So.
All right, cool, no problem.
Maybe send a random text of random nonsense to the detective.
What kind of nonsense? I'm intrigued now.
Like, how's your day going? Just stuff like that.
He sends you a picture of some officers putting some guys in the back of a cruiser. The typical hand on the shoulder, the head being ducked underneath, in handcuffs, and then right below it says, "Got the bank robbers."
I'll text back. That's awesome. Like, congratulations. Just random nonsense like that.
Good.
Flirting? Is that what you mean by random nonsense?
Is that
nice words to a person you're interested in?
Diane, like myself, we've been married a while, and we're like, I don't know, is that a thing? All right, Riley, what are you up to?
Just finishing final touches on my little sticky bomb thing here, putting in the little code and all the bits.
Okay. Did you want to describe what you have done to the rest of the class, or do you want to keep that to yourself?
No, I can tell them. They need to know. So I have created a remote detonator that goes on this half pound of C4, added a little gooey substance. We can throw it and stick on stuff. Probably has like maybe a mile blast range trigger.
Not mile.
Half mile.
Oh, mile range for the trigger. Yeah, got it.
The trigger. But it only.
I thought you said the blast radius was a mile. I was like,
no, blast radius is only 1 meter. So about 3 feet radius. Just in case. And I have a little code that it works on my cell phone. If I just go doot doot doot, and then it goes.
Nice, love it. All right, so unless there's anything else, we will fast forward to the beginning of the hunt for the Ghoul Gate. You guys good?
All set
right.
here.
Okay, so you guys arrive about 6 o'clock to the old rail yards. I'm assuming Riley in the tow truck, Suki and Katia in the Mustang. Q, you hitching a ride, or are you teleporting there?
Hitching a ride with Riley.
Riley, great. Okay, you guys pull up, and you can see that that Kyle and Sophia are already kind of like loading some stuff into the Hummer. And you can see that Zach is talking with Chet at the door of HQ, and they kind of finish, and Chet goes back inside and turns to kind of greet you guys as you guys pull up. And you guys get out. Go ahead.
I do want to just make a note that I did collect all the radios. I brought them with us so I can hand them out to Kat and Suki.
Great. And he's positioning his over his ear as well, and he's like, we're gonna be on channel 2 tonight. Make sure you're all synced up. And he goes, mic check, and everybody can hear it. And you see that Sophia and Kyle just go pop, like to do like a static noise to confirm they got theirs. And he looks over at you, Suki, and says, "By the way, that's a nice ride."
Thank you very much. It's my pride and joy.
You're missing the passenger rearview mirror, right? The side mirror.
Yeah.
But otherwise, great condition. Right on. All right. All right. So we've got we're all ready to go. Chet's going to finish some things up and catch up to us. Kyle, you're going to be driving. Who wants the light attachments? We've got 3. I'm going to. So they're meant for guns.
But close range guns or far range?
It's going to be pretty close range.
Yeah.
It's meant to stun and weaken them. Buy us some time. I don't really need one. I don't use a firearm. Q, I don't think you. Is this something you want?
No, I'm pretty set.
I mean,
All
is
right.
your weapon 2 hands or 1?
Okay.
2.
I was talking to Q. No,
Oh.
you big boy.
Sorry.
They can be one-handed. They can be two-handed. Why do you ask?
You can hold a light in one hand and stun them and then slash them.
As Riley says that to me, Keeper. I know that the ghouls are weak to light, and that's how you weaken them to kill them. My abilities innately are light. Would you say that I'm cool with by myself, or would you say that I would think that I would need one of these lights?
You did hear Chet say last night it's sunlight is what they're weak to, and that the light, the floodlights he's working on have UV bulbs. So it seems like it has to be sunlight.
Understood.
Or an approximation of.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll go ahead and take one. I have a free hand.
How much time do we have?
We got to get there before sundown, about 7. We got about a 20-minute drive, so we need to get moving pretty quick. What's up?
I'm just curious.
All right.
I had an idea, but I should have had it yesterday. It's fine.
All right.
I know I'm on the far away team, but I mean I use a hunting rifle, and if one's gonna go to waste, I'll put it on there just in case someone slips past y'all.
All right. He hands you the UV light. And he'll hand looks to you, Katia. You want to try one of these?
I mean, I have this sword, but sure.
All right, well,
Oh shit!
Got a
Snack.
free hand.
So get me to.
and he turns and looks over at Kyle and Sophia, and they start kind of talking. And he hands one to Sophia.
I'm gonna reach out to Riley because very obviously he would like me to reach out.
That, or he's telling you to steal second. Go ahead.
Yeah. All right. Let's see.
So I don't think just one-on-one you need to make a roll.
Great. Brilliant. What?
these UV lights, are they gonna hurt or identify what our dear friend Katia is to these new folks here?
I mean, I don't really think so. She's doing pretty okay out in the sunlight, but
Yeah, but UV light's a little different. I'm just
true.
worried about
I
her
mean,
being exposed.
I can't tell you for sure. Let me see. Hang on, and I'm gonna I'll hang up with him and
Well,
like
if you just keep if the light hits her right in the
just thicken. Hey, Katia, are you gonna? Oh, sorry. Knock knock, ding dong. Are you
doesn't bother
gonna? Are you gonna? Are you gonna be okay with that UV thing? That's okay. Skin condition wise.
Oh. I don't know.
You want to give it to maybe to Riley instead?
Sure. I mean,
I mean,
I don't
I
know
don't
if I
know.
can use it anyways because I use a sword, but
That's the
I
thing.
never
Yeah.
tried to shine a UV light on myself. So
That's true. I mean, it ain't really the time to test it. So,
I agree.
just like
So
dip your
the
toe in.
lights, by the way, can either be handheld or attached to a weapon. So you could just hold it like a mag light if you wanted. And like Suki said, you could try it right now if you wanted. I mean, not like your face. I mean, you can, but like if you wanted to, just saying.
I will, because I'm curious, I don't really know a whole lot, right? Because I ran away from the people who are supposed to teach me. So I am going to
okay.
shine
And but
it
like,
on my hand.
but before
gonna-
you do, oh sorry.
Huh? I was just gonna do it. I wasn't gonna like warn anyone.
Oh, okay. All right. Never mind then. I wouldn't see it. I was gonna make a human wall with me and Riley, but nah.
Okay, so you click it on and just shine it on your hand, and it feels hot, but it's not like boiling your skin or anything. These lights seem to be made to replicate sunlight, which you do go out in the sun. It's just,
Yeah.
like you've expressed before, that makes you feel uncomfortable. But this seems to be like a focus beam, so like it feels hot, like a sun lamp, like you're going to the tanning salon, but like you're not bursting into flames or disintegrating or anything.
Got it. So I just sort of nod my head.
and I'll be like, right, but like in my head, like, and then like look over at Riley, like, you see that? Did you?
He does not, apparently.
What's that? I'm still talking. Oh, did you stop talking to me? I was still going on and on.
Yeah, babe, it's okay. Yeah, she's gonna be fine.
All right, cool.
Zach turns and says, "All right, let's settle up. Driving together, driving separate. You know what? Let's drive separate. It was a pain in the butt to have to drive you guys back last time."
All right, let's go. Anybody in the stang? Let's get in.
All right.
Okay.
And he comes over the mic and gives the address, and it's going to be about a 20-minute drive to get over there. City Order gets in the Humvee. You guys get into your associated cars, and you drive out to the highway, take 25 north, get off Paseo del Norte going west, and get off on a golf course. And you guys drive and pull into like a Valvoline oil change spot, and there is a little parking lot behind that with some walled backyards of some houses, and there's a trail and some signs saying, public parking, petroglyph, national monument or preserve only. And the sun's kind of getting low, and you can see a kind of partially paved and then gravel walkway as you lead up, and you can see the probably 30-40 foot tall lava bluffs up ahead, full of like black rock and scrub bushes and things, and then a lower trail. And everyone kind of climbs out, and Sitting Order gets out, and Chet walks out as well, who didn't get in the car, and he's handing off like some of the light rigs to Zach and to Kyle as they kind of like sling them over their shoulders. There's 4 of them, and they each have one. Zach has 2 on one side, 1 on the other. and Kyle has one of them. And he's like, "Hey guys, all right, sorry I'm late. I just had to make some last kind of calculations, and I just used the back door to get here. I'm gonna monitor from here. Zach, you mean here or back at base? Either way is fine. Whatever one has the most resources for you." He's like, "Okay, I'm gonna go back to base because there's ghouls here, and we've established that there's ghouls here. I don't want to do that. I'll see you guys back at base." And he gets back into the Hummer and apparently goes back to base to the back door. And he's like, "All right, keep it close. Let's make sure the area is secure before we start kind of really looking around." And you guys walk up to this path through a little like gate, and you can see that the petroglyphs is basically a wide open space with like a curtain wall that kind of horseshoes and squiggles along for thousands of feet. And on basically everything's on the right hand side. There's this kind of gentle slope, but you can kind of like easily traverse it, standing on big rocks as you go up. And then there's a higher plane as well that seems to be flat. And periodically, as you're walking along these little trails, you can see different etchings made in the black rocks of the basalt of different symbols, like a bird. There are like wavy lines. There's pictures of people and animals. There's one that looks like a rubber ducky. Quavon, you swear you see one that looks just like Deadpool logo, and which is a real thing. And as you guys keep walking along, you also hear a couple of like noises, and you look up, and running along the top, there's a couple of kids. Look like they're about 10, 12 years old, and they're running around, and like it feels like they're like playing, and like one will like hide behind some rocks, and the other one looks around the little girl, and she'll go "Ow!" and then you'll hear another "Ow!" and then she'll laugh and run and look for him, and they're kind of playing, but where your guys are headed are kind of getting further and further away as they're messing around up there. But otherwise, it seems pretty abandoned. Most of the hikers have gone. There were no other cars in the parking lot. And you guys get kind of further away from where everything is. And Chet comes over the radio and says, "Okay, this is kind of the area where I was kind of thinking might be the nexus. This is not as well traveled, and there's actually a huge concentration of petroglyphs here carved into the rocks. And so if you can find the one that's active, Kyle, I don't know if you can do anything, but this might be the best place to start."
Suki's gonna send out the site.
Okay.
See if she can find that table.
Great, let's do it.
All right. Well, that's an 11 on the die, so that is a 14.
Nice. Yeah, so you guys start breaking off into the teams, and Sophia, Riley, and Suki, you start walking around. Sophia says, I'll get a topside view," and she kind of just floats up, very much like how Katia flies, and starts kind of swooping forward and looking around for anything that might match what you described. Chris, Riley, what do you want to be doing right now?
Well, I want to be thinking about my life choices. So looking at this scenario, we have this portal thing down the ways, right? Can we visibly see it yet?
No, you haven't found it quite yet.
Haven't found it quite.
You guys are looking for it,
but the
and
trucks and vehicles are behind us, and we're on foot.
Like you can't see the trucks and vehicles from where you are. They're probably, 200 feet back, kind of through a gate down a little walkway.
Okay. And remind me which one of these waffles are leader?
Zach is their leader.
The big guy?
He's the big guy who kind of wears the leather vest, huge arms, big sword, beard, kind of black skull cap. And they're all wearing the matching uniforms. They have that little like silver Obsidian Order logo thing, pinned to their chest.
Is there anywhere I could put a little bundle of C4 on him without him noticing?
Nothing seems obvious. He's not carrying a bag or anything. You could try to like stick it to his back if you wanted.
Nah, you could take that shit off. Okay.
Yeah, you could stick it to one of the lights maybe, or you could wait until he kind of like starts setting up and like put it near where he's going to be taking up a position. There's a couple of things you could do.
On it.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, I just want to make sure I have a good vantage point because both the things I have is pretty good range. So
Okay. Great. So about 5 minutes goes by. Q, you're walking along with Zach and Kyle. Katya, you're of that group too, and Suki, you kind of get a whistle from Sophia, who's kind of flying up, and she kind of clicks and says, "I think I got something." And you kind of walk around another little like kind of horseshoe canyon where the walls are kind of sloped to be about 40, 50 feet high. And there is a table, kind of a piece of rock that has fallen, is kind of roughly flat. And it's still light out, but you're like, this feels right. And you kind of look, and there's nothing straight ahead, but as you kind of look off to the side, there's a couple of larger rocks that have fallen kind of closer together. It makes a rather decent sized cave, and you're like, that's it. And there's other caves that it could have been, but you recognize this one, and you're like, that's the place.
And it.
The cave with the red eyes, right?
Yeah, I mean, the cave doesn't have red eyes now, but that's the one she saw in her vision. Yeah. All right, so Zach says, that's the one?
Yep. I'd recognize it anywhere.
All right. He puts down his bundles and says to Riley and you and Sophia, who's kind of landed, is like, all right, start getting this stuff set up. Make sure it's all angled right on there. Me and Q, I think we need to be right in front of this thing, ready to. They're going to start pouring out of there as soon as the sun goes down, and we need to make sure that they don't get out. None of them escape. We destroy them all. We kill this gate. You good?
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. Are you saying that after we finish clearing this out, we have to cave in this gate?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, destroying it now wouldn't do anything. We have to hit the light on it. The gate has to manifest, and we have to destroy it.
Would you say that we have to keep them in the light for a certain amount of time before?
So the spotlights are more for the gate. After about a minute or so of it being open, we can hit it, and we can destroy it whenever we have an opening. Let's do this while they're setting up. Kyle, Cassia, can you guys take a position kind of a little bit further back? That way, if you see that someone's about to come, like maybe we get encircled or something, you can jump in. If you see Q and I start to fall, you can do something. Or if they need help in the center, you guys can jump in. You guys are like reserve. You guys good? And Kyle's like,
so this cave is the actual entrance, so we're staying outside of the cave, and we're hoping.
Yeah. So the cave right now, as you look in it, it doesn't look that deep. It actually looks like it goes only back like 3 or 4 feet, and you could walk in, but with your head kind of hunched. So it's nothing right now. But as soon as sundown comes, Zach has said that it's going to manifest in this space, and that is the gate. This is just this container, as it were. So at sundown, when it's dark out, the gate can manifest, and then you can destroy the enclosure in the gate itself.
Got it. So what I'd like to do, sundown doesn't quite work. It works better. I mean, it works with dim light. So I want to put my attachment on my sniper rifle, and then quickly scope the area. And I'm gonna click through the different settings. So the scopes, they have 3 settings. It's night vision. It's thermal, which anything that is living has a white silhouette, or it's like predator, where it's a heat signature. So I want to go through all 3 and scan the area, see if I see anybody hiding or waiting.
Yeah. So you hit the thermal one, and that one's kind of junk right now because all of these large black boulders are absorbing New Mexico sunlight all day, and they're bright white to you. The night vision, it's okay because it's getting a little darker, but meh. And then what was the third setting?
It's the heat signature. So it would pick up animals or people.
Yeah, so the heat
monsters.
signature one right now is not going to help you at all. The rocks are too hot.
So, yeah, I mean, like, so the thermal is kind of the heat signature as well. It just pops white, like almost like a ghost, and then the heat signature just pops with red. Sometimes, because you can pick up cold or hot signatures. It's a really awesome scope, by the way.
Yeah.
So I'll keep keep an eye out in my position until the sun goes down, and the second it goes down, I want to see if I see
So Riley, why don't you go ahead and read a bad situation for me?
Oh no.
Because this is kind of what you're asking to do.
Yeah, I'm just really trying to see if these dudes have a bunch of people just hanging out. Read a bad
Ambushed.
situation, or does it? Oh, it's plus sharp. That's plus sharp, right?
Mm-hmm.
Plus, what's my sharp? Plus 3, that's 10.
Plus 3. A 10. All right, great. You can ask the questions. You can hold 3. Best way in, best way out. Dangers we haven't noticed. Biggest threat, most vulnerable to me. Best way to protect the victims.
Are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
Great. You, as you're looking through the scope, you're looking at the container that's going to hold the ghoul gate, and you notice there is a symbol that you haven't seen yet on any of the other rocks, and it is a circle with 3 lines going up, down, left, and right, and you recognize it from the center of the universe. That it was also tagged on that gate. And as you start looking around the scope, you see 2 other enclosures that also have that same petroglyph.
And that's not the gate that we're looking at right
Correct. They're behind you. There might be more than one gate.
We're not cyclically tethered, are we?
No. You have radio.
Okay. Is Suki long range or short range?
I'm long range.
So are you near me?
I am near you.
Is
Yeah.
there any of the other people near me?
Right now next to you is Sophia, who's helping set up lights, and Zach and Q are kind of in a forward position, and Katia and Kyle are kind of back behind, getting ready to kind of set up shop. We'll go to them here in a second.
Got it. So I would just kind of look at Suki.
Knock knock.
It looks like we might have 2 more gates, and I'll kind of point them out to her. We don't just have 1. We got 3, maybe.
Ooh. Should we, tell Tall, Dark, and Beefy over there?
I wasn't gonna make that call. I was gonna bring you in it.
Well, I mean, I think if there's gonna be triple the ghouls, we might have to rethink this plan a little. I think we should let everybody know to be a little extra vigilant, especially because they're behind us. Because Katia and Kyle are back there too, so we technically have coverage. But
yeah, let me give them a ring a ding.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have like my mic turned all the way up. Hey, attention, all you fancy pants. Order of the Crystal Rock. It looks like we have 2 other portals here. Were you all aware of that?
And Zach kind of turns quick, and he has his sword out, and is like, "What? Where?"
And I point them out.
Never is easy. All right, new plan. Get these lights set up now. We're gonna lure them. Dang it. Kyle, Katia, take that one. Don't let anything through. Riley, you've got sniper rifle, right?
Yep.
Stay close to these lights. Anything comes through that, take care of it. Sophia, help him out. Q and I have this one. Suki, you see anything weird, let us know. But your job, get these lights turned on. When we destroy one gate, we're going to turn the lights, go for the next one.
So we're focusing on the cave first?
The one we know about for sure, yeah. It's the only option I see.
Second hold, what's the biggest threat?
The biggest threat is the whatever comes out of these ghoul gates, specifically the one you know for sure is going to work.
Got it. The victims would probably be us, so what's the best way to protect the victims?
Best way to protect the victims is to stay in the light.
Stay in the light. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not going to actively pursue you in light, and they're weakened by it.
Okay. Cool beans. Cool beans.
Yeah. Okay.
At that moment, as we're kind of prepping and everything is changing and we're kind of readapting, Q's gonna there's gonna be like this gloss of light that kind of just kind of like glosses over his body as he tries to heal himself from that one harm.
Great. Go for it.
Smart.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait. 1 second.
You
I
had
wanna make sure
all
I'm looking.
day to heal yourself, and you're waiting till now.
Well, we kind of fast forwarded.
You had all
this
damn
is
day.
Yes. It's plus cool, Quivan.
plus cool.
I'm gonna tell your grandma. you're
9.
not doing
It did not
something.
work.
No, because it transfers damage, so it didn't work. But it has a cool effect. It looks like you just kind of like shimmered up. And what weapon are you summoning, Q?
I am going to summon, since I am holding this light in my hand, I'm going to summon a double-edged kind of, I can't think of the name right now, but a double-edged sword.
Okay. Yeah, like a long sword. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Great. Katia, you see Kyle next to you, and he's turned to face this other gate, and he kind of like casts a spell, and you see like a shield perfectly round and shimmering, similar to the portal you saw on the Hummer, in front of him. And he looks at you and kind of like twists his fist, and it gets a little bit bigger to kind of cover you as well. And he takes the magic like threads and like puts it in this hand, and then is this hand ready? And he looks at you and like,
My sword out.
all right. The sun begins to go down. It's getting darker and darker. And you guys all hear a noise that is not exactly what you expected. You can see darkness coalescing inside all three of the containers, the little caves that Riley pointed out. But instead of hearing, or before hearing, snarls and gnashing of teeth and jaws, over the next rise, you hear something else. You hear what sounds like the yells and the screams of children. And that's where we're going to end the episode.
Oh.
Thank you so much for watching the Duke City Chronicles. This is a Monster of the Week game that we play mostly to terrify my players. Thank you so much for watching. Please like the video, share the video, subscribe, ring that bell, and don't forget to use promo code FABLE42. Check out for a non-subscription item at thecriticaldice.com. We really do appreciate that. We'll be back next week, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on Tuesdays on the Fable42 YouTube channel. And until then, Albuquerque is a weird place. Let's keep it that way.
Bye.